Welcome back to Just Scribble. Today I'm going to walk you through my setup in my B6 Wonderland 222 notebook that I use as my personal planner in a bullet journal or bujo-esque style. I currently have my planner and also my wellness planner in my B6 number 7 Giovanni from Chic Sparrow. I did end up changing out the elastic to this green elastic from Illustring just to give it a little pop of color for the month of March, and added one of my floral ollie clips for a little bit of decoration. I don't have any real decor over here in the pocket. This is actually the decal I had in my planner in the month of February, and so I will probably be switching it out for March. I might actually switch it out for the Chic Sparrow sticker because this has all of the March vibes to me with the rainbow colors and all of the green. So I may be swapping that out for that one. The first notebook in this setup is actually my wellness planner, and I'm going to be doing a separate video on that, so I'm going to skip over that. In the center I have a glitter vinyl pocket folder from Catspresso Co. But this is what we are here to talk about today. This is my B6 Wonderland 222 notebook that I use for my personal planner in a bujo-esque style planner. I call it bujo-esque because I don't follow the traditional bullet journal styling in my planner. I don't use a specific key, I don't generally use an index, but I do draw out my own layouts and add tip-ins and things like that. So it is sort of bullet journal. To me it is bujo-esque, so that's what I call it. I've actually been using this style planning for, wow, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this summer. I started out in a Leuchtturm B6 Plus and then eventually moved into Stalogy, and then this year, at least for the first part of the year, I'm using my Wonderland 222 notebook. I will probably go back to the Stalogy once I am done with this Wonderland 222 notebook, not because I don't like this notebook. I actually really enjoy the Tomoe River paper, and I like the size. It is an ISO B6, and so it is a true like 5x7, whereas a Stalogy is a JIS B6, and so it's slightly taller and it doesn't fit as well in all covers that I have. But this is a full year notebook, so it has 365 daily pages plus index pages and a key page, and so it has the same number of pages in it, 368, as a full year Stalogy. And I just prefer the half year Stalogy because we have just finished February, so we're 2 months in, and my Wonderland 222 is already getting chunky. And so by the time I am done with this notebook, it's going to be super chunky, and I just don't like writing in it when it gets that big. For me, the half year Stalogy, and this is a half year Stalogy here compared to a full year Stalogy, which is roughly the size of what the Wonderland 222 was. It's slightly thinner because of the Tomoe River paper, but the half year Stalogy just works better. So I'll probably be going back to a Stalogy, but I do love the Tomoe River paper, and if Wonderland 222 were to come out with a half year notebook, which they have talked about doing, then I would probably use that. But if they don't, I'll go back to Stalogy until they do. I thought I would walk you through how I have my planner set up and how I use it. My overall system hasn't changed that much even since I first started doing this style of planning. It evolves slightly over time, but for the most part, my overall monthly and weekly setups are pretty much the same. But I still thought I would walk you through it because it is a different notebook and I have made some changes, and you might be new to my channel, or you may just want to see what I'm doing for 2021 and how that's different from 2020 or 2019. So when I open up the book, I decided not to decorate really the inside of this book. I decided instead for this year I was going to put the year and then my word of the year, and then underneath that some definitions of my word of the year. That way this word was front and center every single time I opened my notebook. The next page is the key and then the index. I have not done anything with these pages because I don't use a key, because I don't use preset bullet journal symbols. I actually, for the most part, make dots or use my Zig Clean color dot markers or use dot stickers from Mandolin Plants or something similar to that to bullet the items that I want to bullet in my planner. And I use a gray mild liner to highlight certain things, and that's kind of my method. And so I don't need a key. I also never like the first page of a notebook because it never fully pulls away from this little flyleaf page, and so I just left that blank. I did leave the index in here blank. I don't generally use an index, so in my other notebooks I haven't even created index pages. But because these are already preset and we're only 2 months into the year and we've already had quite a few significant things happen in our family that we have documented in my planner, I decided that I might want to go back and add page number indexes to things once this planner is complete. And so I left this blank so that I could add indexing later if I wanted to. If I decide not to, I will either cover this with a vision board or I will just leave it blank. And then this is kind of the beginning of my planner. This is a printable from Little Ida's notebook. I will try to point out where the different printables in my planner come from and let you know the shop that I got them from, but I will also put links down below in the description box just so that you can access them for yourself. But this is from Little Ida's notebook. I used her printable last year for some of my overview calendar pages and I loved them, so I decided that I would get them again this year. I actually have not used this little tracker page yet. I don't know what I want to use it for, but it came in the printable and I had a blank page, so I stuck it on there in case I come up with a reason to use it later. If I don't, it will just stay blank. This is just the overview of the year. This is our school calendar, and these are my company holidays, just so that I have quick and easy reference to them. And then these pages are also from Little Ida's notebook, and we use these to track important dates, generally birthdays and anniversaries of our family and friends, so that I have quick reference to them. This page is left blank because I plan on putting a goals page in here, but I haven't figured out how I want to do it. And I know it's already March and I will probably be finished with this planner in April, maybe May. But I will go back and add something in there, or we'll go back and just add photos for memory keeping, but I left it blank so I could add some goals in there. And then you go into the months. So the way I like my planner is I like to have my monthly view. I don't rely on it heavily because I do use a digital calendar for work that is synced to my phone. So most of our appointments and important events are actually on that. But I do write them in my planner in my weekly view. And so I will fill out the monthly view as well. I just don't rely on it as heavily. But I like to have my month and then the weeks that relate to that month, and then my journaling and or daily pages for that month, and then the next month. So this right here is January, and then this, I don't have a tab in here for March yet, I need to add it. And then this is February, and then this is March. And so that way, when I am planning for March or when I get to April, I don't have to be flipping back and forth to get between monthlies and dailies and weeklies. I know that everything that I need to look at is in that current section that I'm in. It just works much better for me to have everything sort of grouped and contained. So at the beginning of each month, I try to put some sort of vellum or decorative paper just for fun. Sometimes it does cover up my little monthly from the Coffee Monsters Co., but I don't mind because it's mostly just for aesthetics. I don't actually use this for anything other than to be like a header page for the beginning of that month's section. And then I do put tabs, most often from Avery. They are repositionable sticky tabs. And so I put tabs for each month. Like I said, I need to put Marches on there. And then I have my monthly page. This is from Printable Kate. And last year I used a month on one page generally, and then the other page I used for notes or goals or tracking or what have you. And over the course of the year, I decided I liked the month on two pages better. It just gives me a little bit more space to write and also to add cute little stickers to mark important things that are going on in our life. So this was my January monthly. And then it goes into the weeklies. My weekly pages, the layout of them varies, sometimes based on how busy I know I'm going to be that week and how much space I think I'm going to need to write, sometimes just based on personal preference, and sometimes based on the stickers or decor that I want to use. So I'm just going to flip through. This was the first week of January, or partial work, or partial week. This was January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And then I've been trying to use Happy Planner stickers a lot more in my planner layouts in this planner because I have a lot of stickers and I'm trying to use them up. And it's also just a fun way to decorate my spreads and make them look a little bit different. Sometimes I just use washi, like this is washi and some washi flake stickers. That's a Happy Planner sticker. And this one I just used pen and marker, and I didn't use any washi or date stickers or anything else. And then after that, it goes into journaling. I'm not going to flip through the January journaling, but I will show you a couple of sample journaling pages from February when we get to February. But this is the journaling for January. And then I go into February with another little vellum and my Coffee Monsters Co. monthly. And then my Printable Kate, month on 2 pages. And then I go into my weekly spreads for February. A lot of my date stickers and day of the week stickers are from the Coffee Monsters Co. and a lot of them are from Mandolin Plans. I actually have a promo code for Mandolin Plans, so I'll put that down in the description box if you wanted to shop her site. This one I used some stickers from Alicia Michelle, AMXO on Etsy. They were so cute, these little monsters. And so in this one, I used a Dutch door, which I do most often in my weekly spreads because it just gives me more space to be able to decorate, play with stickers, and also to write without having to worry about how small I write. But some weeks I do just a basic layout on 2 pages. And that is the end of February. And then we have some journaling pages back here. These are some examples of my journaling pages. This is our puppy that we're getting later this week. I do have a video coming up on our puppy planner, so definitely subscribe if you'd like to check that out. And then we go into March with a different piece of vellum and my Coffee Monsters Co. monthly. And then this is my month on 2 pages from Printable Kate. And then these are my weekly pages for the month. So this is this week, the first week of March. This is next week, which is spring break week. So I know that we won't have a whole lot going on because of COVID and all of that and no school. So I made it slightly different with a lot more space to give myself to-do lists and less space for actual events and daily tasks since I don't have to pack lunches and do COVID questionnaires and all of the mom things. This is the week of St. Patrick's Day. I used these Kita washi tape strips and put them behind my Alicia Michelle AMXO hand lettered days of the week to do a sort of rainbow vibe with some rainbow stickers. The rainbow stickers from the Happy Planner, and then the St. Patrick's Day is actually from Alicia Michelle as well. And then I used some clean color dot markers to continue that sort of rainbow theme throughout the rest of the week. And then this is the week after that. A lot of times after I have a super bright week, I tend to go with super neutral the next week, and I decided to go very neutral. So I think this week actually probably is one of my favorite ones I've ever done. The layout is something I do all the time, but I really like the black and white look of this week with the little typewriter font on the washi. And then this is the last week of March, or the partial of the last week, because I stopped it on the 31st because I will set up April somewhere about probably around the 28th. I will set up April, and so I will just use this until April is set up, and then I will go and move into the April. And then these are for journaling pages for March, and then I'll do April, journaling and daily pages for April, and so on. So that's how my planner works from front to back, but I also use my planner from back to front. So the very back of my planner I use for a pen test page. It's really just to test and see if a pen will bleed through, if I can use it on the Tomoe River paper. A lot of things that don't work on other paper work really well on the Tomoe River paper, like the Sharpie S Note. And so I just wanted to test that out. And then I have our bill tracker. So I have our bills here and the days of the month that they're due, marks if they're, and little stickers if they are automatic payments, and then I track them as I pay them for the month. So I have the ability to track January through July, but this notebook won't last that long. And then I'm in the process of setting up some financial goals. I have some notes under here of what I'm writing here once I finished this video, but I'm setting up some financial goals here with some due dates on them and some action steps. And then I have my order tracker. I'm trying to be more intentional with my purchases, which you wouldn't think is the case with all the chic squares I've been unboxing. But this is actually a very small amount of orders for me because I got a little crazy last year. So I'm trying to be more intentional with that. So I put it back here instead of putting it in my monthlies, and I'm keeping track of whether they've shipped, whether I've received them, and then if it's something that I've decided to film for you guys. I left extra pages here in case I did fill up these before this notebook is done. I needed additional pages. These are some notes about our puppy and a note to myself because I was going to set up a separate planner, which I have already done. And then I will continue with any sort of collection type stuff, these things that apply to the entire period of the notebook from the back forward. And then my planner will go from the front to the back, and they will just kind of meet in the middle. So that is my B6 setup in my Wonderland 222 notebook. Like I said, I do use their planner as well, but I use it from a wellness planner, and I will do a separate video on that for you guys as well, so you guys can see how I'm using that, since I am using it in a little bit of a different way than it is intended. think we're going to go ahead and swap this out while we're here. I think that looks better. But that is my setup of my B6 EDC and my Wonderland 222 notebook that currently is in this handsome Giovanni number 7. I have an unboxing of this notebook if you want to check it out. I just think it looks so pretty with this beautiful green elastic and my little ollie clip and my little green pen, all decked out for March. If you have any questions about anything that I shared in this video or my process, please don't hesitate to comment below and I will definitely get back with you. If you guys want me to do a plan with me, I did some last year. If you guys want me to do a plan with me showing you guys how I set up my month, so showing you putting in my monthly pages and then creating all of my weekly pages, I can definitely do that for April or May. Just let me know if that's something you guys want to see. If you have questions about where I got anything in my notebook, if I didn't mention it, or it's not in the description box down below, let me know. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you liked my setup video of my B6 EDC, and don't forget to just scribble.